This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnists write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Time to check the defensive starters here for Kansas City. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's complete. Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Getting into the act of the opening drive here with the sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
On is the Chargers punter now. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes complete. The tight end, Kelsey. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
49, guys. Mike. Pick it up, defense. Let's go. 49.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And it's caught off the deflection. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Sometimes luck is all you need. That was not even the intended receiver on that play.
Well, Johnny on the spot, though.
Yeah, and it turned into a big play for those guys on offense. They'll take it each and every time.
On fourth down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. This will be fielded at the 17. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. It's caught. Mitchell. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll set up a throw. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Outlaw. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. 9, Mike.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They'll set up to throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
On 4th down, Anthony Lynn says, let's go for 3. And this one is right through. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
From the 31, Mahomes over the middle, complete. That's Wheeler.
That's it, back.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And going deep for Hill. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So here are the Chargers to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab.
They don't want it, fellas.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now back to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 21 yards there on 3rd down. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
You don't want no problems.
The numbers a week ago for Melvin Gordon. 14 carries, 5 yards past 100, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's complete to Williams. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 13-yard line. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw, and lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
We got 4.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Yeah, baby.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I'm coming.
He'll look to throw. This is caught by Robinson. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, his 6th touchdown of the season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Yo. Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Check. Fresno.
They'll run on first down. Wheeler. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo.
That's it, baby.
The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Let's go right here now.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the grab. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 36.
Check.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's complete. It's Collins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Let's get off the field. D.
Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
49, guys.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, we got a seal. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
Here we go. 18 Gator. You must be dreaming. Check 37. Check 37. Hit it.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. The Chargers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And great special teams work here. This is knock it on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Mahomes now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Watch the twist.
They run the counter. It's Wheeler. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
That's it, baby.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we got to get this stop.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. From the gun on third down, Mahomes complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
Keep playing hard.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Something looked weird there up front. The offensive linemen, it's like they weren't on the same page.
Yeah, every play design has a huge element of trust that everyone's going to do their job. But if one person doesn't and you have a breakdown, everything goes to rubble.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. 9 good yards there on the run, and now third down. The Chargers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And caught by Henry. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Hill on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
Maybe kind of like in basketball, just a shooter seeing the ball go through, you get him a rep, get him more comfortable.
I agree with that totally. Maybe set that solid screen and give him an easy look.
Well, to this point, no catches. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. We often give credit to the O-line there, 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. They blitzed there, but to be honest, I don't know if it would have mattered had they blitzed or not. That run play was going nowhere.
Yeah, it's really, really difficult at times to figure out where that defense is coming from. But if you're committed to running the football, you can get people up on those linebackers, right? Those guards don't have to block anyone at the line of scrimmage. They can get up to the 2nd level and create some space.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. It was Quincy Wilson that time, was able to make the play defensively. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Now here's Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And Butker able to put this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the second quarter. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Let's go, baby.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Chargers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Boom, all day.
On is the Chargers punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here? From the 36, Mahomes looking sideline, and that's caught by Watkins. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On 1st down, it's Wheeler, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. They'll try the left side. Wheeler, he'll get 3 up to midfield.
Oh, yeah! Mike 49.
On 3rd down, it's Wheeler. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. On 2nd down, it's Gordon. He's got a first down past the 30. He's at the 40, the 20, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 83 yards. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Ryan Allen now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Melvin Gordon and the Chargers ready for their next possession. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They're going to look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Got Gordon open, completes it. 5 yards on the pickup. And it'll be 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Open man, it's Allen. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where it was the Browns who were winners in that one at home. Baker Mayfield, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head out west to the Golden State. Check on the Rams at home in L.A. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Jared Goff, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is
you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Wheeler. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. They'll run on first down. Wheeler. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Throwing quickly, Mahomes gets this out to Watkins. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Check.
On first down, it's Wheeler. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Hey, 4-1's Mike. Hey, defense.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Wheeler. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
I'm coming.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Wheeler. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Mahomes to throw. Gets this one to Hill. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Let's go, D.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's it, baby. That's it.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the kick by Butker is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Going deep here for Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Gordon. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's complete to Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 32-yard line. Now Gordon. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
60 Pittsburgh. You got him. You got him.
2nd and 9 now. Able to get this to Gordon. And he'll go down at the 28. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this.
Let's get it.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Three buzz. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Let's go.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. From the 30 on 2nd down, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the grab.
Yeah, baby.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Wheeler, he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Boom. Bus stop.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And now he'll tuck it and run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 30.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
Hey, switch gears.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
Yellow. 56. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check 52.
They'll run on first down. It's Wheeler. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Mahomes going to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Good coverage that time by Derwin James.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job. Way to knock it down.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
Gonna let one fly for run, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play.
That's it.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 58 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, it's Wheeler. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And Butker able to put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes about him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Jackson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
That's it, baby.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. On second down, this is Jackson. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Yeah, baby. Tight end left, tight end left. 4 down.
Out of the gun now on third down. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Ready. 90, Wolf. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Check. Crunch.
On first down, Jackson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. That's about as good as a linebacker can diagnose that play, isn't it?
It certainly is, and what he did really well is that while he was diagnosing, he got his feet in motion without actually going anywhere and taking a false step that he had to make up later. He read it, got his feet in motion, and then he just took off and made the play.
Here we go on second and 12. He's got it to Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The reception good for 7. It's third down. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. He'll look to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Colin Saunders in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that'll help him at contract. He's got daylight past the 20 and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Army. Check 3, check go.
2nd and 3. And caught by Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
30 base. 44. Get it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Robinson's got it. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Right there. All day, baby.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Oh, let's go, D. That's what I'm talking about, D.
He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Come on, set.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Ready?
Back to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Here we go.
And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Wheeler. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, no, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
A try here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wheeler. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Fight on these two.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Completes it to Hardman. And he's got this down to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down, Chiefs.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw, and this is caught by Watkins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Wheeler. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Let's get that ball, let's get that ball right.
They'll keep it on the ground. Wheeler. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, Jackson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. They run again with Jackson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. On is the Chargers punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down by 10, a little under 1:50 remaining. And their undefeated season about to go by the wayside, barring a late miracle.
Switch up.
Mahomes to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
Let's go, baby. Pick 6 all day. Don't throw my side.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Rabbit. Check 24, check 24. Now.
And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the home team here, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they move to 4-6. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East. Rutherford, New Jersey. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Here's the offense, and we give you too much power here. We let you highlight the player. Why'd you choose Zeitler?
Because I think the big guys up front never get enough credit. Kevin Zeitler, a guard, tough, nasty. We've got to give him some love.
On second down, here's Barkley. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Time for a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. So, and he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
He's crashing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He was probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
I'm here all day. Shit.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two. Let's go, Louie. Shift.
They'll run on first down. It's Wheeler. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
On second down now, it's Wheeler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit them so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback. At least have the illusion that you have a running game.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing Jones. He completes it to Tate. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
60 Pittsburgh. Reset, top right. I'm going to run you up.
Jones throwing on third and long. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Touchdown City, baby.
And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter.
As you noted, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up. Only their second drive now. Run their offense, try and get back into the game that way, and then look for some help from their defense.
Trying to forget about that pick six last time out. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now Jones finds his tight end Ingram. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
70, Indy. Man left. Even. 4 down. Even. 5.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They've got things going their way early, 14-0 lead and the football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And quickly now, a look at the Kansas City offense.
Yeah, I feel a little bad here because we missed out talking about these guys on the opening drive because they were in the end zone before we had a chance to even say anything. But let's keep an eye on these wideouts. QB already has 1 touchdown pass. You know he's looking for a few more before this one's over. Those wideouts will get plenty of opportunities to try and score again.
Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. Well, look now at our starting defense. They've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time and bring a 9th and sometimes even a 10th to try and stop them from running the ball.
He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Yellow. Come on, 80. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Mike 3.
On first down, Wheeler. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 2nd down, it's Wheeler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd down. Well, you told me before, it's great to be an athlete. A lot of great athletes out there. It's good to have instincts, and he has those.
I would take those above athleticism in a lot of cases, because if you know where the ball's going before anyone else can get there and block you, you can make up for a lack of athleticism by being in the right spot at the right time.
And took him down in the backfield with those instincts. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Jones now throwing to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Back to the air on second down. Jones. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. A good chance this is four-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And boy, he is very close to a first down. But from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on to punt for New York. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They fake the give. Now Mahomes taking a deep shot. It got his man complete. That one good for 37 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a give right side. It's Wheeler. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown, baby.
Sammy Watkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
Back to throw. Jones. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Sack! Got him! Let's go, boys! Let's go!
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. First down sack, 2nd down negative rushing play.
And I will guarantee you right now the head coach is weighing in on his headset to the offense coordinator, whether he thinks it's strategy or he thinks it's execution, because that's going to determine this next play call. Are you staying with what you're doing, or are you going in a different direction?
21-0 our score after 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, I think everything was impressive about that one, except they didn't get a first down. But I like their field position now after that play.
Yeah, now you got a pretty makeable field goal opportunity. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And the kick by Butker is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That seemed to be linebacking 101 on how to diagnose and stop a run.
And what we're doing nowadays is we're taking those former safeties, those bigger guys, and making them linebackers to utilize their speed. He just made an absolute beeline after he diagnosed that play and ended up making a nice tackle on it.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Here's Jones on third down. Under pressure, and down he goes. Frank Clark in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill, and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Yeah, baby!
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On second down now, it's Wheeler. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Throwing is Mahomes on third. They'll roll him out right. He may try and run for this. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes on the move to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. If they can't come up with something here, they're looking at a quick 3 and out.
Well, guess what? You get the ball in the hands of your best player to his favorite play and try and salvage something out of this drive. Now, of course, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're thinking the exact same thing. So they better provide him some help on this one.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Throw left side complete. That's Wheeler. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Back deep, Golden Tate. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. It's a gain of 11 and a giant 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From just shy of midfield, Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch.
Get ready, get ready.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Want it, fellas. Ready? 30 base. Keep playing hard, fellas.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Mike over there. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Jones throwing on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss.
Mike's Fofo.
Ready?
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. From the right hash, this from 33. Rosas' kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. They'll run on 1st down. Wheeler. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. You've told me before it's tough to identify how to block a 3-4 defense. There wasn't a whole lot of blocking there.
And one other thing an offensive line coach told me, if you want to run wide against a 3-4, which is difficult to do because of the speed of the outside linebackers, it's often difficult for your offensive linemen to hit targets in space and create lanes for your guys to run through.
Mahomes firing complete, and that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wheeler. And he's got room.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the grab. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Butker on for the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score, Chiefs 31.
5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
Jones now on 1st and 10. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Looking to throw. Jones, a short throw to Ingram. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Jones' throw on target to Shepard. And they're working inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 13 yards, good for a giant first down. Back to throw. Jones, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Mahomes now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
He's coming.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Watch the out.
At the 33-yard line.
Final shot before the half for Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the Redskins who were victorious in that one on the road. Darius Geis, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. From there, we take the long trip across the country, about as far as you can go. Check on the Seahawks in Seattle. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Russell Wilson leading the charge as his guys up their record to 10-1 now. Finally, let's get out to the Bay Area, see what's happening with the Raiders at home in Oakland. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Jacoby Brissett strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone, and he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, But also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry. There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Woo-hoo! Check! Check! Check!
On first down, it's Wheeler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Wheeler. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. To throw, it's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 43. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kyler Fackrell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Check the outs. Check the outs.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Lobo.
Hey, we got a seal. We got a seal.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Pick me up. Here we go. Bang! Hit it. Bang, bang.
On the draw, this is Barkley.
Draw.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Come on, set.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. Get ready.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
He's checking.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
C.J. Anderson of the game. He gets it here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Plays like that, when you see the athleticism of a guy over 300 pounds, you forget that they can do that. They're so athletic.
Yeah, and I love how it all came together. He won the leverage battle at the line of scrimmage. Then he won the battle with his hands to shed the blocker. And how about the agility to get into the backfield and run him down?
On second down, Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. He finds his man Johnson. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down. So they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Jones. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Mahomes complete to his tight end. It's Kelsey. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Come talk it now, Lord.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
Yellow. I've got blue lady.
Let him know. Let him know.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Here comes the yellow.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Butker now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? Dude, give me some.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. A first down carry for Barkley.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Got a man, Slayton. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
Jones now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Jones heading up here 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. It's Barkley on the counter, and he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be 2nd down. Back to the ground, this time it's Anderson, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Now Jones on 3rd down. He completes it to Tate. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. Now Jones, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Adam Shaheen, his second touchdown on the season, and the Giants are in for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Now, let's go.
And now here comes Kansas City. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food, because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On the ball.
Now a play fake here on first down. Caught. Kelsey, left side. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. Mahomes going to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. Give him 30 yards there. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. They run the counter. Wheeler, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Wheeler. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. It's Kelsey on the grab. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Butker's kick here is good. Now they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
We got this.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Jones now throwing to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jones operating from the gun. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards and a Giant first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete.
That's it, baby.
The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Sometimes as a defense, when you're defending the pass, play after play, you get tired chasing the quarterback, especially the defensive lineman. So when they actually run the football, it's almost a relief.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Check. 3 down.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
I believe I understand where the offense was going there. They just hit a big pass play, thought they could fool him with a run, but maybe they overthought it a little bit. Just hit a nice pass, come back with another one, keep the momentum going.
Okay, ready?
Mike's fofo. I'm coming after you. Switch it.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones, throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
You got it. 44's Mike. Check.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Aldrich Rosas now to try the Giants field goal. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And the kick by Rosas is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Wheeler.
I got him.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, it's Wheeler.
Yeah, baby.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Combo.
Crunch time, defense.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line.
Squeeze, double.
2 tights.
Alert. 3 down.
They'll run on first down. It's Wheeler.
Boom. Bust stop.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
The 22-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Giants' 22-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.